So a couple months ago I had made a pet room tour video, and since then the pet room has changed quite a bit, so I wanted to give you guys an updated room tour. First, we have the baby gate on the outside of the room. That way I'm able to keep the main door open without having the rabbits come out into the rest of the house, as well as it deters the cats from wanting to go into the room. For anyone who doesn't know yet, I have two free-roaming rabbits that live in this room, Cleo and Lola, as well as I have a male Syrian hamster named Lenny who lives in this room. The first change you guys will notice is that we used to have carpet in this room, but we switched it out for laminate. It's just way easier to keep clean with two rabbits who tend to get hay all over the place. But we do have many carpets around for the rabbits to be able to get grip. Like we have this carpet runner right here with a tunnel haven, as well as just a toy here that has some orchard grass hay in there. Then we have our Levoit pet air purifier, and I love this thing. You would not imagine how much dust and pet hair comes out of this room and gets sucked up into there. Then we have our main carpet area, and this just has a couple of rabbit toys. We have our baby stock cups, a hay ball, our mini haven, which needs a new roof. We also have a seagrass mat under here for them to rip at, and this log tunnel that is rabbit sized. And then back here we just have a granite tile, as well as my homemade play table for the rabbits. We just have some hanging chews on there so they can go under there and lay under or play with the chews, whatever they want to do. And then we have our litter box area, and this is where the rabbits go poop and pee, and this is how I'm able to have them free roaming in a room. So they are litter box trained, and the litter box we have here is just one of those under the bed storage bins, and it's filled with wood stove pellets. And I find wood stove pellets to be the best litter. It's absorbent, as well as it keeps odors out, and it's super cheap. And then just above I have my two hay racks, and these are filled with orchard grass and Timothy hay, and they're filled 24/7. I like using hay racks because it does keep the hay from getting wasted, as well as it prevents them from peeing on it. And then in the corner here we just have two different rabbit toys. And then in the window we have our pet cube, and this lets me spy on the rabbits when I'm not home. Now on the wall here we just have my 100,000 subscribers plaque, and then we have the treat shelf, and this is where we keep all of the treats for the rabbits. So these 3 jars are rabbit treats and the rest are hamster treats, as well as I do have my 2 rabbit brushes that I use often. And then just above that we have some pictures. Then just over here we have some little small cubbies, and these have a bunch of trinkets. So in the small one we have a little glass rabbit, as well as a itty bitty hamster wheel. It's super tiny. In this one we have a Webkinz hamster plush, as well as a little hamster tissue packet. We have a grass type of plant, and then a little fuzzy rabbit, as well as a painting done by Emiology's rats. We of course have the 2 really large windows that go almost to the floor, and that leads us to our IKEA doll bed, and the rabbits love to sit and watch out the window, so it's pretty perfect for them. We just have a couple of other toys, as well as their water dish. And then I have this willow basket here, and I've just put some fleece in there if they want to sit in there. And then that leads us to our large night angel enclosure. And yes, this enclosure is for a future hamster. They just need to be born first. And it's standing on 2 of the IKEA lack tables, and I've done this so that the rabbits don't have any room taken up, and it also kind of gives them like a secret hideaway. So underneath here we just have some memory foam white bath mats. I was a little bit optimistic when I chose white because rabbits get stains everywhere. But there's a couple of different toys on the floor. There's a seagrass mat and then an oxbow toy back there. above the cage, we just have some of my favorite pictures that I've taken on the wall. I still need to add to it, but that'll be a process. And then over here, we just have my bulletin board, and this is filled with pictures of some past pets and current pets, some little different trinkets, stickers from different shops, and some different pictures that have been drawn for me. And then below that we have the rabbit's dig box, and this is something not a lot of rabbit owners include or give to their rabbits, but it's something that is pretty important because when you have indoor rabbits, they're not able to create natural burrows or dig, so it is important to give them some sort of digging enrichment, and it's often why a lot of rabbits will dig at carpets or rugs. It's because they're trying to get enrichment out of it. So this is just a storage bin that I've cut a hole into it and remove the lid, and inside just has some paper-based bedding. It's kind of pellety, but it's good for digging in, and then I've also sprinkled in some herbs. And then beside that we have Lenny's enclosure, and this is a 2 feet by 4 feet homemade enclosure. I did do a video of how I built it, so I will leave that in the iCards above. But this is just what Lenny's enclosure currently looks like. He's currently sleeping in his hideout. Then above Lenny's enclosure, we have a little picture of Lenny that I got commissioned, and it's really adorable. It's one of my favorites. And above that, we have the hamster shelf. So on this shelf, we just have his regular seed mix. There's some sunflower seeds, millet, more millet, flax sprays, a hamster nightlight. Oh, I'm surprised that even turns on. Beware of the hamster sign, a dustpan and broom. This is the Fat Pouches seed mix, my herb jar that needs to be filled up, and then my kitchen scale for weighing Lenny. And then beside Lenny's enclosure, we just have another bath mat, and this just has Lenny's playpen and a oxbow toy. And then that brings us to the closet, which is where I store all of the pet supplies. So here is just an overview of what all of the pet supplies looks like. We have a shelf up here which has a bin cage up there along with litter boxes, a lot of hamster food, extra hamster bedding. We have hamster wheels, a lot of hamster accessories, my first aid kit, travel carrier, treats, hides, chews. Over here in this storage thing we do have more hamster things, and then there's Christmas rabbit toys. These are all of the rabbit toys in here. There's so many. And down here I just have all of my herbs and everything for the rabbits, as well as we have their hay, more hamster toys, more hay, and rabbit litter. So it's pretty jam-packed in there, but I make it work. And then here is just a overview of the entire room. I really enjoy this room, and I love how it's come together, and I can't wait to get that cage filled up. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!